I took apart an old bench that I had so I could reclaim the wood. I'm having to use my hacksaw just because I broke my circular saw and I don't have my new one yet. But I saw this project on another YouTube channel and I'm putting it together just a little bit differently, not a whole lot. But I thought it was beautiful and I wanted to try it, so I'm just have it laid out in my pattern and I am working on cutting all of my pieces. So this is one of the pieces that I've cut, and I'm going to lay it in here because I like the way it gives it this extra width. And I think this is going to look so beautiful by the time I'm done. I cannot wait to see the finished product. So this is after I've got my wood cut, and I may shorten that piece on the left that's sticking out just a little bit more. Looks a little uneven. But this is what I have, just all laid out, my pieces cut, and then I am going to next take all the ends of the wood that I cut that's raw and distress it, and then I'm going to do a coffee stain on it because I want it to be rustic just like the rest of the wood. Okay, all of my cuts are done. Let's put something down for my knees. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to distress the ends of the wood that I've already cut. So let me just show you. See, we've got this raw end right here, and that just is too smooth, looks too good. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the concrete and just sort of scratch it up. And see, we're already splitting some of that, and it's already starting to look a little bit worn just from doing that. That's all we've done so far, just the concrete. And this one I ended up having to cut both ends to get the size I needed. So I'm going to do both ends. Sorry, but there's a saw in the background going. I guess somebody else is doing a project too. And then I'm going to take a screwdriver and just sort of make some marks on it. Let me get some of that pulled off of there. Actually, I might put some wood glue in there. I didn't really mean to tear it up that much. A little bit's okay. We don't want too much coming off there. And then I'm also going to do this just with the claw of my hammer. And then because that's so fresh, I'm going to go ahead and rub it on the concrete one more time. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, in this coffee cup right here, I have 2 heaping teaspoons of instant coffee with a little bit of water in the bottom. And I am just going to put this on the end of my wood, just to get it darkened up so it doesn't look like a fresh cut. And you can spend more time distressing. You can use just anything that you have lying around that you want to distress it with. You know, it's up to you. Now I'm going to let that dry, and then my wood's not going to be that bright yellow again. I may have to go back and put one more coat of the coffee on there, but I just want it to not be fresh looking wood, even if I put a paint wash on it, just for the simple fact that if I put paint on it and not stain, then I'm going to be distressing the paint, or if it's a wash, some of that color of the wood is actually going to be showing through the paint, just because it's going to be such a thin layer of paint. So I just want to make sure that my wood doesn't look like it just came off the saw. What I'm doing now is I'm brushing all of the wood pieces off with this coarse brush right here, just to get all the dirt and cobwebs and everything off of it.
glued together, the bracing on the back glued together, which is also going to be used to put the hangers on. I am putting 6 screws in the back of it just as reinforcement, because of course we don't want this falling off the wall. And I've marked my drill so I don't drill too far. So I've just put a piece of painter's tape around it. And I'm basically letting the drill do the work because a lot of this wood right here is kind of a soft wood. And then I'm using a hand screwdriver because I don't want to split my wood. So I figure if I use the drill, then it might go too fast and a little bit too tight. So I'm just going to do it by hand.
Using Minwax fast drying polyurethane. It is a little windy today. Okay, I'm going to line this up at 11 and a half inches. Move it up a little bit. We are right at almost there. Just a smidgen. Okay, there we are, 11 and a half inches. I do want to move it over just a little bit, a little more center. And then let's do 11 and a half inches over here. Okay, now I'm not going to use the drill for this for the same reason as earlier. The wood is soft. These screws are fairly short, and we don't want to split our wood. We want to make sure that these are on good, but we don't want to strip our screws or anything. Just want them nice and solid.